Are we going to be able to go live now? Is it going to work? YouTube, are you going to let me down? Or are you going to be good? Let's see, let's check the channel. Let's see what it says. Ha! I'm live. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for persisting. The stream is somewhat late. What time is it now? It's nearly past. And I went live, or supposed to go live, 15 minutes ago pretty much. So apologies for the delay. It's been an absolute pain in the backside. For some reason, my PC wouldn't connect to my Wi-Fi, which is a pain. And then I got connected to the Wi-Fi, then it wouldn't stay connected to the Wi-Fi. Ah, man, what an absolute pain. Anyway, yeah, I've now got to warm up live on stream because I was going to be doing that before going live, but I've instead spent the time, wasted the time, lost the time, trying to sort out bloody Wi-Fi connections. So, yeah, right, what we're going to do tonight is a ramp test. I've explained my reasoning for wanting to do the ramp test in the description below, rather than doing the 20-minute test. But in a nutshell, I shall summarise for you here. A 20-minute test, or a sort of regular test, where I have to pedal as hard as I can for as long as I can to achieve the FTP that I'm looking to measure, obviously requires me putting out the effort with the legs, so to speak. Now, that's maybe not as clear as I'm trying to make it, but I'll continue. I think I can rescue this. With a ramp test on Zwift, the trainer will obviously put erg mode on, or turn erg mode on, and apply the resistance for me. Meaning all I have to really do is pedal against the resistance. So, oh my gosh, this has been an absolute shit show this evening. Right. There we go. Right, I am back online, officially. I am... What an absolute pain in the arse that has been. Right. Good. Okay. Right, now all I've got to do is hope that my computer remains connected to the Wi-Fi. Gosh, you know, you'd think as the head of IT for a tech firm that I would not have these issues. But hey, seems to me that it afflicts everyone at some point. Anyway, so the stream starts now, officially. Right, so welcome everyone to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm assuming you've tapped or clicked on this video because you want to see me do a ramp test. Well, I'm going to warm up first. If you want to fast forward to the ramp test, if you're watching back and you want to fast forward to the ramp test, have a look in the video description below, and there will be chapters there for you. Look for the chapter that says ramp test starts. It's going to be probably 10 to 15 minutes or so before that actually begins, if you're watching now live in real time, because I've got to warm up, which I'm doing around the flat route here on Watopia, here in Watopia. So I'll do some talking for the first few minutes before I put in a few little mini efforts to get the body temperature raised up a little bit. And I'll tell you about the ramp test and what I'm hoping to achieve this evening. What target numbers I've got in mind, what FTP I hope to achieve, and potentially what I even expect to achieve. We'll see. So, ramp test, what is it? For those who don't know, it's a way of, one way of several, of measuring my FTP, my functional threshold power. There's a bit of a formula and a process for how this works. So in a minute I'll exit this little world that I'm in now, jump back to the home screen, and I'll select this ramp test protocol, and effectively what happens is it'll put me back out into a world of my choosing. It'll start out first of all by turning on erg mode, where the flywheel behind me on the trainer here will effectively apply a given resistance that I have to pedal against, and every minute the amount of resistance that is applied will increase in 20 watt increments. And effectively, I had to go and go and go and pedal and pedal and pedal until such a time where I can't pedal anymore. And the band or the power band that I end up in, whatever that may be, for example 400 watts, the formula that's applied is that 75% of that number equals my FTP. So I think if I get to work this out, I think I'm aiming for 400 watts. 1 second. Okay, Google, what is 75% of 400? 300 watts. So yeah, if I get to, I should have known that. That was an easy one to work out. I don't know why I didn't work that in my head. 400 divided by 4 is of course 100, so that should have been easy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping to get to at least 400 watts to benchmark myself at least 300 watts FTP. Truth be told, if I can get to 460, that'd be better. Because that'll give me an FTP of around 320-ish, I think. Again, I could work it out. No, well, I'm drawing a blank here. Anyway, if I can get to 460 watts in the ramp test, I'll be okay with that. If I can get above 400 watts, I'll be okay with that as well. It's been a weird one the last couple of months. I peaked in November of last year before Christmas. That's where November lies in the calendar. Well, technically, actually, it comes before and after Christmas, right? Anyway, so yeah, I peaked last Christmas with an FTP of like 330 something, 334, I think it was. And I was flying and I felt incredible. And then got a little scratchy cold, cough, flu thing. Quickly, I took 10 days off, there or thereabouts, having had pneumonia and pleurisy and other health issues or illnesses before that have absolutely killed me. I thought, play it safe, you're in a really good spot, it's not even Christmas and your FTP is back to where you kind of wanted to be, and it's a good place to build from there. But since then, I have not been able to get back to where I was. Really, really struggled, and considering that was the last week of November / first week of December, I'm now in the first week of February 2025, I would have expected to have at least been back on track, or back to where I was, but I just don't feel that I am. I mean, putting how I feel to one side, because you don't need to feel when you've got all the numbers at your disposal, I can see that I'm not where I need to be, because in all the races and all the events I've done, I don't think I've been able to achieve anything more than 3.8 watts per kilo. And considering at the end of November I was doing 4.1, 4.2 watts per kilo, there's a bit of a delta there, a bit of a gap. So I've got some progress to make. Now in terms of why I think it is I haven't made that progress, haven't recouped that lost ground, I think part of it is because my training volume has been pretty flat. It's been 5 hours a week, there or thereabouts, since that return in early December, and the intensity has also been pretty much the same, and there's been no structure to that either. And all of those rides have come either from commutes out on the real life roads, from home to the train station, which is about an hour, and those obviously come early morning and late evening, meaning at those times the mission is not to do efforts with a massive bag of clothes and gear on my back. It's to just get to the station, or return from the station home in the evening rather as well, in one piece and steady, without emptying myself. And yeah, the efforts I've been doing on Zwift races, especially in the ladder, have kind of, well, those events dictate what I do in terms of efforts, power, recovery, etc. And then I think also the third element contributing towards the lack of progress, or detracting from my progress, has probably been a real shit period of rest, or a lack of rest, in that sleep has been off, work has been hard, hours have been long, stress has been high. See, all those things combined, for several reasons, I think have just meant I haven't progressed despite trying, despite being good with food, nutrition, despite, being conscious and aware of what I need and things like that. It's been a tough one. Oh man, this fucking Wi-Fi is kicking my ass here. Fucking hell. So annoying. Sorry about that. Excuse my language. Pissing me off. Right. If that happens again, I'm going to have to get off and go and check it. Anyway, please bear with me while I sort this out. So yeah, I've not made the same progress. I've not been returning to fitness. I've had a week off for a few personal commitments that have seen me travelling for work and then travelling for something else as well. Which means I've had a bit of rest. Which means coming back is now a good time for me to do an FTP test. I say rest, I did somewhat accidentally run 7 and a bit K on Thursday night, I think it was. I was on the treadmill in the hotel up in the north, and I thought it was reading kilometres, but I didn't realise when I got to about 4 miles in, I thought it was taking me a long time to run 4K. It was in miles. So yeah, I ended up running like 7K. So the hips are a bit achy, and the legs are a bit stiff in places that they aren't normally after a bike ride. So let's see how it goes. But today, like I say, is the 1st of Feb, so it's an ideal time in the calendar to put down a marker and build from here. So knowing what I know and having said what I've just said with regards to training volume, intensity and structure, the plan is to up my duration from 5 to 7 and or 8 hours if I can each week, and that'll do me for the next 4 weeks through to the end of February. And within that, I've identified a few areas of my power profile that I'm going to work on with some structured training as well. So in terms of what that will mean with regards to kind of what races or what events or what videos I'm streaming, I think I'll be looking to do no more than 2 ladder races per week, and then within that I'll be doing hopefully 2 rest days between, and then 2 structured sessions a week, and then 1 kind of long base ride. So that will do me nicely, I think. I think for the first 2 weeks of that, I think the load will be quite a bit for me to get used to, because like I said, I've been doing 5 hours rather, for the last several weeks. And I don't think I've been feeling a stretch or a strain because of it. I've been pretty comfortable doing that sort of duration and TSS. So yeah, upping it by 40 to 50% or so is going to be a bit of a shock for my body to get used to for the first couple of weeks. Anyway. So in terms of why I'm not doing a 20-minute test and why I've opted for the ramp test instead, let's talk about that for a second. Further to what I was just saying about the lack of training hours in the saddle per week, I think what I'm probably not very good at the moment is pacing. That's why I quite like racing. All you've got to do really, no thinking, just respond to what's happening. But with an FTP test where oh, this sucks. Damn Wi-Fi. I'm gonna have to go and give myself a network cable, I think, because this is not gonna work for me. Piece of junk. Yeah, I think I'll have to go and get a Ethernet cable and run it through the house to back here. Let me do that. There's no point in me talking anymore because I think I'm only going to lose connection again, and I'm concerned that might interrupt the stream. So if you are watching this back, jump to the bit in the next chapter because I'm going to pause this for a minute. So bear with me. I will see you back in a minute. because I'm on mute. There we go. Right, okay. So, I'm back. Again. All I can really do at this point is hope for the best. And that my my computer remains connected to the internet, to the Wi-Fi. Computers suck balls. Right, I'm back. All I can really do is hope that things stay connected and get pedaling. So I think what I'll do is I'll just do a few minutes getting into the right zone, making sure the legs are responding, and then I will just get straight into the effort. Right. Come on, pair up you. Good. So I had to restart my router because my wife did say, oh yeah, there was a bit of an issue with the TV earlier, saying, oh, we've detected a problem. So, oh, okay, so it's probably not just me then. But it turns out it was just me because everyone else was fine. So, where is the test? I actually don't know where the test is. Collections. Daily fit, where are we? FTP test, there we go. FTP ramp test. Oh, what's the ramp test standard? Oh no, that's the FTP test standard, not the ramp test standard. Right, so, in terms of setting my FTP, why is my FTP at 100? Don't I have to set it? Alright, we'll leave it as it is. My FTP isn't 100, but we'll leave it there. Right, we'll just do... Can I do a route I've not done yet? I don't really want to... What have you got? I'll just do Sandless Sequoias. Because that'll work out nicely, I think. Right, so, here's the plan. If you're just tuning in now, thank you very much for joining me. If you have stuck around since the beginning, like maybe Jack, I think maybe you have, I appreciate that. Much appreciated indeed. And if you're watching back, just use the chapters from the video description below to jump to the start of the workout, the ramp test. You don't need to sit around and watch me warm up for a few minutes. You definitely don't need to hear the pre-ramble crap that I'm talking. But tonight's menu, ramp test. Here we go. So, break the table for work is good, because I have had a habit before of the button. Right, let's read the screen. Welcome to Zwift's new ramp test. A ramp test uses a short progressive build to quickly identify the upper limit of your aerobic capacity. Thanks, Roger. Much appreciated. From there, we can make a fairly accurate estimate of your FTP. We'll see. So Roger Necht, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly, says, nice idea showing your ramp test. Yes, thank you. It's a maximum effort until exhaustion, so every pedal stroke counts. Indeed it does. Aim to hold a cadence of 80 to 95 RPM and try to be as steady as possible over the course of the test. Will do. You should remain seated during the test, so make sure you find a good, comfortable position early on before the difficulty increases too much. Alright, roger that. If you've done an FTP test and you've got it on YouTube, please do drop me a link, I'd love to watch. And if you've got any top tips for eking out that little bit more, let me know in the comments. Even if a trainer is taking care of the resistance changes, try to stay as smooth as you can, especially with your cadence. True that. If your trainer does not support erg mode, you'll have to take, yeah, mine does. So that's all good. I've got the kicker core. Roger, yeah, 7 o'clock soon. Wonder for how long you'll be able to speak. Not for long. Not for long. In fact, I'll probably stop talking 1 second. Try to stay as smooth as possible with your cadence and be as steady as you can in terms of power. Already I'm out of breath. This is the free ride. So yeah, how long will I keep be able to, how long will I be able to speak for? Not long. And I don't really want to jeopardise the test in any way. I want to eke out every bit of performance I can, so I will be stopping talking, especially in the first 3 or 4 minutes, I think. And everything I can do to keep that heart rate down is going to help. So yeah, suffer o'clock is going to be coming very soon, I think, Roger. If anyone's tuning in late, I think what I said at the start was that I'm aiming to get over 400, or into the over 400 watt section. And if I can get anywhere near 460, I'll be extremely happy with that, because 75% of that works out to be 300 FTP and over. If I was doing this test, like I should have done, back in late November, I'd have been quite confident of hitting that 460 watt block. But I have lost a lot of fitness after getting a little bit ill, and then I just seem to have been unable to gain it back. So ideal timing for this one, the very 1st of February. My illness is long behind me. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Drop me a comment in the live chat, let me know what camera angle you think I should use, whether I should stick with the traditional far behind, or do we want something a bit more dynamic? Do we want the camera moving and panning and zooming? Jack Wilson, 460 would be amazing, but I reckon you can do it. Cheers, Jack. Love the positivity. Set myself a big target, as I say, shoot for the moon. Sorry, no, shoot for the stars. Land on the moon, don't shoot for the moon. That's not ambitious enough. Roger says, my personal favourite tip is to make sure, ramp up the cadence a little bit on each power increase. Otherwise it can happen you get too slow. Only to bridge the increase, not for the whole duration. Yes, true. So same with sort of breakaways and efforts. Little kicks just to sort of keep that cadence high. Very true. Alright, in a minute I'm going to switch into what I always call as race view. So I'll switch out of me on this side and the feed on the right side to 3 different views of me. So you'll get a camera view of the legs to see the cadence, an overall body view of my camera mounted to the wall, and then the camera view in front, the Gurn cam. Right. So 100 watts, nice and easy. In fact, this is less than I've been doing in the free ride. So I'm going to use this chance now to switch into race view, and get the heart rate down. Keep the comments coming, guys. Loud, sweary, motivating words will be much appreciated. Oh, here we go. The fans will be coming on shortly as well, so that will hit the mic. We'll be moving the mic over to one side. Typical, isn't it, that I need a wee now? But you should still be super comfortable. I am. Okay, next block coming up, 140 watts. I just realised if I shift on the Smart Play controllers, it increases the difficulty by 1%. So, try not to do that. The fans are not on yet. It's currently 10.5 degrees Celsius, which in Fahrenheit is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 51 pretty much. So let's see what the temperature reads at the end of this test. 160 watts. I'm just going to move the mic to one side. The face fan is now on because I want to turn it on before it gets too high. Thank you to everyone who's watching this live, and thank you to everyone watching this back as well. Much appreciated. Right, 180 watt window. So all being well, I've got anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes left, 10 and 16 minutes. So, let's see how we do. So annoying. So it's highly likely the Wi-Fi will probably drop out a few times in this test, given the state of things before the test began. So hopefully it can just hold on a little bit longer. Okay, 260. I should have took my inhaler before this. Would have helped. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Roger. 300, here we go. Fucking Wi-Fi. Fucking Wi-Fi. Thanks, Rob. Honestly, fuck Wi-Fi. It's incredible, isn't it, how much like technical difficulties and stuff like that can really screw with you. Yeah, I was going okay. I stopped just under that 420 watt banner, which gave me an FTP of 304, which I think is about right at the moment. Well, you know, sort of, it's about right, it's about average, about accurate, I should say. Yeah, the minute the Wi-Fi dropped again, I was just, for sake. So I'm going to have to look into this evening and figure out what's going on. Because something is really messing up the network connection. So it's a thing to fix. I did have a look for my 30-meter Ethernet cable before the try, but I just couldn't find it. I was very conscious that the stream was going to be massively delayed, so anyway, so yeah, I got to 420 watts, which is not too bad. Happy with that. It's quite weird on the Zwift cog. It's obviously sort of virtual resistance, because of course, yeah, missed the end. Yeah, I know, Brad. It's so. Well, let me go back to some of these questions. So, yeah, Brad. Yeah, time to start digging deep. Concentrate, deep breath. Yep. I think that was a message that came through, Brad. Probably just as my Wi-Fi dropped annoyingly. Wish your internet was as strong as you. Thanks, Jack. My internet is definitely stronger. But that's more of a sign of how weak I am rather than how good my internet is. To be honest with you, my internet is normally bomb-proof and solid and just rock solid, but right tonight, it's the first time it's fucked me over like this, annoyingly. Roger, LOL, yeah. Rob Mays, missed the end, but well done. Thank you very much. Roger, Darmy, this is the hardest part. No, I think, thankfully, I sort of stopped pedaling just after the Wi-Fi dropped. It dropping, I think, just fucked me over mentally. I was just annoyed, really. So Roger also asks, what's the FTP finally? So it says 304, but I know I've got more than that in the tank. I know that because you can just look at me now. The test stopped just a couple of minutes ago, and I've already recovered. So I did have more in the tank. I think the Wi-Fi dropping just threw me. Brad Holmes, yeah, missed the end. Wanted to see the vomit. I didn't get to that point. Obviously, an FTP test is supposed to be ride to exhaustion, isn't it? And I wasn't exhausted. So a bit of a dead rubber. I think what I'll have to do is repeat that test sometime very soon, when the Wi-Fi is maybe a bit more reliable. Because streaming it for you guys is probably the only second most important thing after me obviously achieving the numbers I want to achieve first and foremost. But I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you for that. Sorry that the stream was dog shit this evening and that things didn't work out, but I'm going to leave it there before the Wi-Fi drops again, and you'll wait for me to come back online and listen to me just ramble and talk shit. So anyway, thank you, I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon on the next video. If you haven't already, please do give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. That would be much appreciated. I'm trying to sort this fucking Wi-Fi out. Right, I'll leave it there. See you in the next one. Peace and good vibes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for your comments in the live chat. really appreciate it. Leave some good vibes. See ya.